Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtam Dvandvatitam Gagana Sudrisham Tattvamasyaadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Tribunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
Nithyananda, we welcome all the participants, every one of you that are joining with us for this very special program today. We welcome all the viewers that are watching us from Facebook, YouTube, and various other social media platforms. Today we are here with you all with something very, very interesting. Most of us would have heard about different meditations that we can do, different types of internal seeking that we can have to attain enlightenment. But what if we told you that just taking one herb every day, or I should say one Ayurvedic medicine every day can lead you to enlightenment? What if we told you just taking a few sacred herbs can make your body completely healthy? What if we told you just attending to one part of your body will awaken your brain? There are some things that are that's phenomenal about our body which we are not aware of. And even more than that, there are many, many more things, secrets hidden in our Hindu scriptures, applying which you can experience complete holistic health and wellness. But unfortunately, in today's rapidly growing consumerism and fastly growing world where everything needs to be instant, instant, instant food, we want it instant. Pleasure, we want it instant. Travel, we want it instant. And house, we want it instant. We look for everything to be instant. We want everything to be available to us in a click of our fingertips. And in today's rapidly growing world, all of us are busy with buying our $1, $2 pills to attend to our temporary issues, but unfortunately succumb to the lasting side effects for the pills that we take for our temporary issues. Today, the food and pharmaceutical industry nexus has become one of the most dangerous or one of the most difficult aspect for humanity to battle with. So many countries and leaders are trying to get a proper healthcare for their country and also at the same time are trying to battle these unlawful practices, malpractices of medicines, or the people who use this very sacred profession of a medical in the medical field, being a medical practitioner for their vested interest of personal gains. And many of the times, it is not intentional because unfortunately in today's world, which is driven by consumerism, the need for everything instant, more and more and more, the greed for money is also increased multiple. But let's keep all of this aside because today we're not going to talk about this. We are going to talk about the steps that you as an individual can take towards your holistic health, your complete healing, spiritual healing in your inner space, and manifesting a yogic body and a Vedic mind. Because that is the thing that we need the most, isn't it? For you to be able to run the rat race, for you to be able to win whatever you're working on, for you to be able to achieve success in whichever facets of life that you want to. But one thing that you need is health and healthy body, without which, undebatedly, none of us can do anything or achieve anything in life. So today here we are, myself Nithyananda and we have Manitya Tattvapriyananda, and both of us are here to discuss some of the profound secrets revealed in the Hindu scriptures, which is very beautifully simplified and made user-friendly to all of us by our beloved Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and how you can use these sacred secrets and techniques to walk your path of enlightenment.
All those who are watching us, please can you all share where exactly you are logging in from? Please take a moment to share that with us. The lifestyle of Sanatana Hindu Dharma is an extremely powerful one. Just through our lifestyle practices, we are actually having the possibility to live the best, most best life, and have experiencing everything at its optimum, be it your health, be it your mindset, be it the way you experience things. So now, today we are going to be manifesting a few powers, and we're also going to share with you some of the techniques that you can use through which you can manifest these powers. Vimal Soeklal from South America, Suriname. Really nice to have you here. Welcome. Nithyananda Ivana Grebner. And if you have been following Swamiji, you would be knowing about how the science of third eye is real. Swamiji has established that through numerous scientific studies and pratyaksha praman, like where by living evidences, making each one of us manifest, making you all manifest these powers of third eye. Third eye is a very, very powerful science. It's actually something that's an intra organ, meaning it is there inside each one of us. It's a subtle organ which is there inside each one of us. And when we start manifesting it, we start living our life to its optimum. Okay, nice to have my Ivana Grebna from Buenos Aires, Argentina, and Masuka Yoga, Nitandam. Nice to have all of you here.
And every one of you that have joined with us today, every one of you that are here with us today, this one that we are going to be learning today is going to be something very, very special. Because for us to be able to manifest purpose, the first and foremost thing that we need is a yogic body and a Vedic mind. We need a space, inner space, the mental stamina and strength that can digest, understand, analyze situations, and receive everything in life in the most life positive manner. So, yes, Ravi Vemulavada, Nithyanandam, thank you so much for joining our live stream. And you've asked if it's possible for us to scan your body. Sure, Aya. And we have Ma Tattvapriya.
Yes, Aya. So this is Mahaniti Tattvapriyananda, and I will scan your body. So this is Ravi Vimalavada. Okay. I am now going to be chanting the Mahavakya, and I am going to be connecting with Swamiji and manifesting this power.
And Nithyanandam Parth Patelaya, nice to have you here. Yes, we are doing amazing. Every Kailashan will have that as a default answer. It's always blissful with Swamiji. And thank you so much for joining our stream. And today we are going to be discussing about something that every one of you can practically apply in your life. In this fast-paced world that we are living, we want everything instant. In this world, there is also a very instantaneous technique that you can apply to reclaim your powerful inner space. It is not your boss that you are facing 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. No. It is not your spouse that you're facing 365 days a year and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No. Something that you have to constantly interact, no matter which corner of the world you go and hide to, is yourself. There's a very beautiful verse in Bhagavad Gita where Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells, Uttare dhatmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva hyatmanor bandhur atmaivari puratmana. He very beautifully tells that raise yourself by yourself and do not let down yourself by yourself, because only you can be your best friend. And if you let down yourself by yourself, you will be your worst enemy. Because no matter how many people are in front of you, no matter what adverse situations are in front of you, but unless you give the silent permission, no suffering can ever be born on you. This is one of the most powerful truths I feel that Swamiji has revealed. Because no suffering can impact you without your silent permission. And today, we are going to understand how you can reclaim a powerful inner space that will manifest as a healthy body, Vedic mind, yogic body, and everything.
Yes. So Ravi Vimalavada, I'm going to now share with you what was revealed in my third eye by Swamiji. And yes, Parth Patelaya, nice to see you also here. Nithyanandam. So the first thing, Ravi Vemulavada, what I was able to see is that I actually kept seeing that you have skin related issue. I saw that overall your body, I don't see much problems. Except for one thing that came was I saw that you experience a lot of frequent congestion that's happening, as well as a a kind of pain in the right side of your chest, and like above, like right here I saw. And I noticed that that happens to you like lately. I think last 5 to 6 months period, you've been facing a lot of downs in your life, where you feel a lot of suffocation inside of you, and that is affecting, like I saw, like in this region you experience it physically, and that suffocation, and that comes more like a pain that happens here. It's not a very like a acute pain. It's like it's a slight pain, and more to do with like a heaviness that you face in this part I saw. And I also noticed that mainly you have hormonal imbalance in your body, which is resulting in a lot of weakness that's happening, as well as you will see you are sweating very excessively, and you have a lot of uh, big pores on your skin, and like it's a lot, and you feel like all of these things are also making you feel less confident inside of you. And I also noticed that you are not drinking enough water. Your body is very dehydrated, and this results in a lot of uh, pain towards your left side. Just one side pain keeps coming on your head. And you also see that many a times your cognitive abilities, the ability to cognize things, understand things, are also getting lesser. This is a result of dehydration, the severe dehydration in your body. And I noticed that sweating is there a lot, but dehydrate and your dehydration is also there. And I'm seeing that because of this, even you are even reacting very reactive to things. You are not, you start being very reactive. Like you before even a situation comes to, like for example, like you're having a conversation with somebody, and you, while in the conversation, suddenly you get triggered by something. See, it's not like a normal way. You react much faster, because you, inside of you, because of the dehydration, the ability to cognize things and the ability to digest things are massively like it's reducing a lot, because the system is dehydrated, and it is affecting you in, especially in your relationships. It is affecting you in even your even in your career, right? I'm noticing that you are you're feeling like you cannot do things, like a lot of lack of confidence is there. And the main root of this is in one, a cognition you're holding inside of you, two, it's the dehydration, both of these together. And I'm noticing that you feel like too much of load of responsibility is there, and that is what is creating a feeling like burden on your shoulder. Like physically you feel it, you feel like there's always tension in this region, and this is coming because of this one cognition you're holding. You feel like there's a too much of load and too much of pressure that's put on you, which you are not able to manage, which you feel like it's just way too much, and you feel like the others around you are not taking enough load off you. So these are the few things I was able to see. Ravi Vemilavada, if you could, actually I'm not able to see much, like anything else much. So this much only I was able to see. Ravi Vemilavada, if you could please let me know how much you were able to relate with and how much you understood, or like you were able to see what's there in you. Please let me know. You can just post it in the comment section. Yes, Nithyananda, Ma Shuka Yoga. Ma Shuka Yoga, I think because we have done body scanning earlier for you. You see, we just want to give opportunity for anyone who's coming new. We can definitely scan their body. And if there is more time, we'll do it. Or you please come for the programs that we are having. And definitely that time we can scan your body too. Nithyanandam, Meshudan, Kulkarnaya, and Jai Suresh, Nithyanandam.
Now, let us all understand firstly about what is inside of us. Today, we're going to be learning about how to reclaim, how to build a powerful inner space in you. And we are going to be starting with first understanding about what is your inner space and why do you need to care about your inner space. Understand, life is all about what you cognize as you and where you park your inner space matters. What you believe as you, what you experience as you matters. So every one of you that are watching us today, you are going to experience that completion in your inner space, which is going to help you reclaim that powerfulness again. Okay, we have some more requests for body scanning.
Yes, and Ravi Vimulavada is also saying it is more relevant. Skin problem and pain are 100%. I can also share what was the solution that appeared in my third eye. The first thing I saw was there is an incident where I think at a very young age, you felt like more than your age, there is responsibility forced upon you. Like you felt like it's more from your father, and you felt like there's like too much of like a load it's given on you, and but the same, the credit for which you're not getting. This is a cognition I saw. This like certain incidents where like I saw there's an incident where you were not let to go play something, like I think some cricket or something like that. I just saw a cricket bat, and then I saw that you were not let to go play. And you were given a lot of things to do, but I think your sibling or someone else along with you, but that person was let to go and play. But like this, many situations, very small situations that had happened in your life in your young age had built this up. But after that, when you grew older, the cognition about responsibility being a load is there on you a lot. So that's one thing. If you do completion for it, definitely you will see a huge shift in the pain going off. So that's one thing I saw. And I also noticed that like just you having the like just if you start having lot of water I kept seeing that this dehydration, like a severe dehydration in your body. So having water and more of hydrating things will help you a lot. So these are the few things I saw as solution. And Jai Suraj ji is also saying, Nithyanandam, please tell me why I don't have desire on anything. You're asking for, and you're also requesting for a body scan. Sure.
And also we have um, Parth Patelaya, who is requested for a body scan. We have someone called Tai Andrew. I request you to please put your original name so that that's a protocol, required protocol. So I request you to please put your full name so that we can scan you.
Paramashivoham.
So, Parth Patelaya, I'd like to share with you what I saw when I scanned you through the third eye, what Swamiji revealed to me in the third eye. The first thing I saw is in the recent past. I'm not saying about last few months. I'm talking about like this year, the previous year. I'm seeing that you had drastic changes in your physical body. Like you did not understand or know why exactly certain changes were happening. I could see two things. There was a change in your food pattern, and there was also drastic change in your weight. You, in the beginning or towards the end of 2021, 2020, oh, sorry, towards the end of 2021 and mid 2022, you started gaining weight. You started having a lot of weight. And if you also had noticed, even if you cut short on your food, or even if you are not, even if you cut down food on a few days, still the weight was not going down. This is the first thing I'm seeing. I could actually see that physically itself, you could like notice very clearly that your body had added unnecessary weight extra. And then I also saw that you had a drastic change in your food, the food consumption or the food habits. Like, for example, the food that you started taking were unhealthy. So you were not really adhering to a healthy um, eating habits. So these were the first things that I saw. Now I'll come back to the second part of it. So if you notice in the recent past, you are actually your weight is actually starting to get back in control. I not say 100%, but better than before. But one thing here is the weight gain in your body is not due to food. The food is not getting digested, it is a separate thing in itself. But the weight gain happening in your body is not due to food. There is an you had some conflict or some issue that was happening, some situation that you are facing, which put you into so much of desperate feeling in your inner space, which manifested as physical manifestation of weight. That stress made you consume the food that is unhealthy, which in turn added on to your weight. So that whole cycle is actually started by this thought pattern, which kick-started a certain hormone reaction, hormonal cycle in your system, which resulted in weight gain in your body. So this is the first thing. And also another important thing that I wanted to share with you is there is one that is in your liver. I'm seeing that there is one particular chemical which is supposed to be secreted, which is not getting secreted enough. There is the water that you consume is having one a certain chemical mixed with it for purification, which is affecting your system. If you notice, you will have a bloating in stomach because of this. You will have extreme gas related issues because of this. And also, if you see, you have a lot, even if you drink water, you will still not feel hydrated throughout. These are some of the important aspects that I'm seeing. And other than this, one thing you need to check on is the blood pressure and the sugar levels in your system. Because of the inner space going through your ups and downs, that psychologically whatever happened to you in your system, that is affecting you physically as well. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And this is what I saw. Yeah. So please, if you could let me know you were able to relate with it. And if you were able to relate with it, please post in the chat. And if you have some questions, also, please go ahead and ask.
And yes, for everyone, uh, happy Ramanavami. And I just wanted to share what I was able to see. Um, Jai Suraj Ji, I just scanned your body. I just wanted to share with you what I was able to see through my third eye. The first thing I was able to see was I'm noticing that actually your body weight is more, like especially in your stomach area, but you do not have enough nutrition. Even though the stuff that you're eating, even if you eat good, like healthy food, your body is not able to your body is not able to digest, or actually I should say it's not able to absorb the nutrients. Especially many specific proteins are not getting absorbed in your body. Many like very specific nutrients are not getting absorbed in your body. You actually see it, I think, in your left hand. There will be these white lines, and I'm also seeing that yeah, in your left hand there'll be these white lines in your fingernail. And you will also notice, like, very recently, probably in the last 2 3 months, your dark circles would have developed more, and you would have started feeling extreme exhaustion just in the last, I think, 4 5 months. This is becoming more, because there has been a bacterial growth. I'm seeing that there's a parasite in your stomach, in your gut, which is not letting you digest these nutrients. I'm noticing, like I'll give you an example. You will feel like a lot of pain in your lower stomach region, and it will be mostly after you eat food. I see there's a parasite in your body. It's from some food that you ate. You had street food. Um, like it was something. It was a street food, but the oil that they used, and some content that they had put in that. See, this happened about 4 or 5 months before, and I'm seeing that you had street food, and from that you got this parasite thing in your body, which has started affecting you. If you notice, just in the last 4 to 5 months, you would have had excess pain in your lower stomach, and you would have noticed that you feel more and more exhausted for no reason. Like, let's say you're sitting and being really normal. After you eat food, you'll feel extreme exhaustion because the energy is getting sucked by these parasites that are sitting in your gut. And I'm noticing that you will notice that much more your if you see your body, the shape of your body, your stomach alone will be a lot more bulged, and this is also happening because of this parasite in your gut. If you can take a scan of it, if you are able to visit a physician and take a scan of your stomach, and you can probably tell your symptoms to them, you will see that this can get diagnosed. And I'm also noticing that it is releasing certain toxins in your blood, which is affecting you in your, if you notice, your oral health would have also started. being affected because of this. There will be a lot of white thing that's coming on your tongue, much more than usual. And I'm noticing that your mouth would have suddenly started having bad smell. This is all connected only to that gut issue that you're having right now. If this can be attended to, your ability, a lot of things would just like that transform. And I'm seeing that if you start incorporating haritaki in your diet and start incorporating drinking neem juice every morning, it will really transform your entire gut health as well as your overall health and your overall appearance. Your the skin issues you're having, like breakouts I'm seeing, these are also, if you see all these just in the last 4 to 5 months period, this sort of increased excessively. And these things are happening only because of this gut thing that you are having. It's a parasite. I'm seeing it's um I didn't see exactly as bacteria. I kept getting more like worm in your gut. I'm not able to clearly see what that is, but probably if you get a test done, you will definitely notice, like you will see that there is a, like you would not be able to pass out freely. You will have a lot of struggle. Like if you eat food, even if you eat just a small amount of food, very little quantity of food, even though it's a normal food, even if it's a like a healthy food, you will immediately notice a huge drop in your energy level. Suddenly you will feel like you're exhausted, you're tired. It's happening because of that gut parasite that I'm seeing. So please let me know if you were able to relate with this. Jai Suraj Ji, please let me know. And I also want to read out the comment of Parth Patel. So Parth Patel, I had commented saying that right on mark. I did gain a lot of weight and I am able to get it down mainly because of the food habits. And I moved to Canada and I'm finding water issue here. I'll start consuming distilled water. And you're also asking for a solution to calm your inner space.
Sure, Aya. I'll scan that as well. And I just want to share with you this water that you're drinking is actually that's having a lot of impact. So yeah, you can change and just check the water also if possible wherever that you are in Canada. If you could please check if there's any alternative arrangement, not just for drinking, even for using on your body, because the more that touches into your skin, it adds a lot of toxins into your system. So yeah, that's the thing. And I'll scan and I'll also see what is the exact thing that you'd have to do for having a complete inner space in you.
And Valerie, and you're asking, are you able to scan my daughter for allergy? Definitely yes. But one thing, you your daughter should ask, like especially in case if she is already grown up, right? Like she should be asking if, and she should give permission. I just wanted to explain the science. When we do body scanning, it is only with your Swamiji has programmed it in such a way that only with your permission, if you say yes, only we can actually connect and see what's happening in your body. Okay. Jai Suraj has responded. Thank you, Ma. I couldn't eat food. Even if I consume less food, I get exhausted. Thanks for scanning. I'll start taking neem juice and haritaki from today. Wonderful, Laya. Jai Suraj ji. One more thing I wanted to say. Eating is not just the food. Start watching Satsangs of Swamiji. We have a special program, the Paramashivoham program. Just come and attend it. Definitely you will see a huge amount of healing happening to you. I'm noticing the stomach issue you are having is directly linked to your mother. It is some of the suffering that your mother endured had affected you personally. And you felt, and you also felt a kind of guilt with another component of you feeling very uh, like she doesn't care for you. This was when you're a child. But now when you're grown up, like you've understood a lot more things. But still that child which is there in you is still there, which is still suffering. So these are the few things I was able to see. Definitely if you do the completion process. I'm not sure, have you met Swamiji? Have you been following Swamiji? If yes, please let me know. I'm just seeing you in the comment section, like I just see your name. So I'm just telling from that. If you can just watch a few satsangs of Swamiji and watch the specific one related to completion, just go and search in this channel, type the word completion, you'll get a lot of satsangs. Just spend some time. You can try even today. Just after this program, just go spend some time and watch the satsangs. Just listen to Swamiji satsangs. And I'm challenging you. The first thing you will notice is suddenly a boost in the energy. Okay, you're devotee of Swamiji for 6 years. That's wonderful to know. I'm so sorry. I'm just seeing you now here in the comments. That's very nice to know. So you definitely know the completion process. So just go ahead, just watch the satsangs, just focus on that and avoid any other distractions, avoid like watching anything else as much as possible, at least for next like 1 week. Do not allow even negative news to get inside you. So yeah. And Valerie, and so you're saying your daughter is 7 years old, no problem, ma. Then no issues. I'll definitely do the scanning for her.
And Parthay, I just want to share with you what I saw. The first thing that Swamiji showed to me in the third eye is withdrawing from life is not a solution for anything. And especially withdrawing or trying to avoid life to create a situation that you want or a reality that you want is not the solution. I saw that a lot of times recently, you have whatever incompletions or whatever you went through inside is what is causing all of it. I can challenge you this without changing your food habits, without changing anything on the outside, just by doing completion, you can lose 15 kgs. If you just do completion, all the things that you're holding on to, which you never um, which you never digested in your inner space, is sitting in you as a load in the system, and that is pulling you down into depression again and again. At some point, you withdrew yourself from experiencing guru bhakti. This is the exact thing that I saw. You withdrew yourself from the guru bhakti. You focused on something else, you deviated or distracted yourself away from it. But when something has been an anchor point in you, and when you move in, you just fall into an empty vacuum. You just fall, there's just nothing to hold you down. So you need to again and again bring yourself back, anchor yourself into the space of completion, and just root yourself in Guru Bhakti. That is your strength, that is the vision, or that is the path for you to experience this, that ultimate oneness, that deep friendship with Swamiji. So only when you complete, only when you really practice building yourself on the powerful principles, you can actually experience the space, that state of oneness that you want to experience with Swamiji. So this is the thing that I saw. And also just every day, do spend time on strengthening that space of completion in you by building devotion, because that is the only thing that will not change. The only reality that will remain with you for life after life is that component of your journey towards enlightenment, discovering yourself, oneness, whatever you call it. The Guru Bhakti, right? That sweet space of devotion or that surrender is the only thing that will walk with you through your births and deaths. Focus on that. And when you do that, you will get everything in life that you want to, that you never thought, even if you wanted to, you will also get it. You will manifest all of it. This is what I saw. And if you understood, if you were able to relate with it, please do let me know. And we also have Mubarak Ali. Nithyananda, welcome and nice to have you here. So Mubarak Ali, if you're still tuned in, please let me know in the chat. And surely, yes, we can scan you. And of course, I just want to remind all the viewers, all this scan that we are offering is, I'm sure all of you already know, I'd just like to remind again, is no way an equivalent or an alternative to any kind of healthcare practice, or this is not an alternative or a substitute to any kind of medical diagnosis. This is purely a spiritual practice. Swamiji enables us to tap that innate potential in us for us to be able to manifest. So nice to have you here. Mubarak Ali, is it your first time here? Please share with us.
Uh, and I also just wanted to share Valerie for Sophie. I just scanned her. I'm seeing that first thing, there's a lot of uh, the food she's eating is extremely unhealthy. It's not what you're giving. I'm noticing she is having other stuff too. And recently she has first I noticed is she has lactose intolerance and she has allergy with peanuts. But like if you see, she reacts to it in the form of rashes in her skin. And it's not her original thing. It is getting in, she's getting all of these things, buying cognitions from the kids around her. This is not her original allergy or something. It's she's creating it. You're understanding what I'm saying? Like she's having it, she's reiterating it into her system by collecting these ideas. It's not her own, but her stomach is right now not able to digest lactose, like anything to do with the dairy products. I'm noticing that she will experience a lot of bloating. You'll see she will keep complaining to you if she has had things that trigger gas, like whether it's cabbage or whenever she eats anything to do with dairy products. I'm noticing that she will have stomach pain. She's having lactose intolerance, and she is having a lot of unhealthy food, which is not really good for her system. It is more like I saw like a fast food kind of a thing, which is really affecting her. Mainly, like it's creating a lot of um, gut imbalances. Now, see, for now, she'll be fine. She was not going to keep falling sick. But in her long run, this will affect her. The food she is eating is not really suiting her. You will notice that she's actually a quite active kid, but you will see that she started in, I think, just from last year. You would have noticed there's a lot of uh, like having a mood swing for a young kid, that even though that is not the way, she started picking this up. This is not her original thing. I really suggest you can actually, first thing is start getting her to do yoga every day. Just make her do it. We also have the free gurukul classes that are conducted. You can enroll her into that at least weekly once. She can just come learn these spiritual cognitions so that she doesn't build these things newly. And yes, I'm seeing your comment. Valerie, you posted, this makes sense. We are vegan at home, but I allow her to eat stuff. That's what I said, right? It's not what I'm seeing as what you're giving, but she's getting it from outside. And I allow her to eat stuff with dairy at school. I also have been giving her Beyond Meat. If you notice, she would have complained to you a lot about her stomach paining. She is not digesting this food. Her system is not yet ready for that. So just first give her some good light foods. Give her as healthy, like rich But like, nice to know that you are vegan. That's wonderful. But try to avoid the meat. Like even the beyond meat, whatever you're saying, I saw it is really not suiting her system. It is creating like, she would have complained about stomach pain and a lot of itchiness. It is because I'm noticing that there are worms that I'm seeing in her stomach. Her stomach is getting affected, and she has this the issues she's getting triggered with is coming first from her stomach. That's like the first thing I'm seeing. And she is getting infected. Her body, see, because of the stomach imbalances, her, uh, what do you call that? The immune system. Sorry, it just didn't get the word immediately. The immune system is pretty low. The immune level is pretty low. So when she's going to school and like mingling with her friends, everything, she is getting, like, if you notice, she will easily catch cold. You'll keep noticing her having affected with that. And uh, I see a lot of comments coming from you. Thank you. She also has another of new keys. Sorry, I'm not sure what that is. And you're saying, oh my God, she's always itchy. Yeah, it is because of this worm that's there because of the food she has eaten. See, you have a beautiful child, and really, you have, like, you can beautifully groom her. Just start giving her some detox techniques. You can attend the the Mahaparamashivoham program that's happening. You can just sign up for it. The link is on your screen. If you can attend that, we can give you like personalized scanning, like one-on-one sessions with you. And you, moment you are equipped with more and more powerful cognitions inside you, you will start reflecting the same thing in her. Right now she is trying to build herself, right? She's like extremely small, and she's trying to collect these cognitions from outside. But unfortunately, you would have noticed just in the last 1 year, you would have noticed that um, like she's actually collecting a lot of these ideas, like a lot of things about violence and a lot of things about these allergies. These are the terms she would have picked up just in the last 1 year. It's not her own. She's collecting these things. And the food, if you could change it more, just give her rich food, like nutrient dense food. Definitely that will help her a lot. And eat haritaki. Actually, this is a recommendation to everyone. This is what Swamiji has given all the Kailasa Vasis, all the Kailasians, as a daily lifestyle practice to eat haritaki. It's available on Amazon. It's available on almost all the online stores. But I think even the stores have these. This haritaki is extremely powerful. It's also called as kadkai pudi in Tamil. Haritaki in Hindi, and like that's what we usually use. That haritaki is, you just need to take 1 spoon. You can mix it with warm water and drink, or make it into a paste and have it. Like you will have it like in the night, like after eating, after your food is over for the day, just before going to sleep, you can have that. It's quite bitter, but just start having it and make that as a practice for her. You will see a huge improvement. So these are the things I saw. Wow. Okay. There are like a lot of requests that are pouring in. I wish we could continue further. Looks like we're already tight on time right now. We are going to be having the satsang starting very shortly.
And before that, I just wanted to share what I had scanned with Mubarak Ali Ayya, and also to Tyler. I saw that even you had requested. So I'm going to be sharing with both of you what I saw. So Mubarak Ali Ayya, I'm not seeing much health issues in your system. Like you're not suffering with some health issues or diseases. I'm seeing you're very thin in nature. Like you're not a person who's very heavy. You're very thin, And also another thing that I saw is the habits you're picking up in getting influenced by your friends or the people around you is not healthy for your system. That is causing bad impact in your system. And I also saw that most importantly, your system as is, if you just leave it, it's healthy. But I saw that you're having what you're consuming, in the food that you're eating, there is traces of alcohol in your system actually when I scan right now. So I don't know if you directly consumed alcohol, or I don't know if indirectly through food it is coming into your system, but I just saw traces of alcohol in your system, and I saw that it is having quite an impact in your system because it's not just once or twice. I'm seeing this is like regularly you consume, so it's part of the regular diet, and you're not sick, but actually you're in fact not you're only destroying your health with the current eating habits or lifestyle habits that you're having. And most importantly, Mubarak Ali, focus your time, spend your time on building your inner space. Focus your time on strengthening your inner space. Okay, you do not consume alcohol. Maybe it could be some medicine or something that you're having inside that you're consuming. It could be medicines, it could be some fruit juices, it could be anything. Are you consuming any outside product in the recent past very frequently? Because that is leaving traces of alcohol in your system. Whatever you're consuming has alcohol mixed in it. It may not necessarily be a large portion, because generally when I see people actually drink, I see alcohol clearly in their system. That's why I use the word traces of alcohol, because I do see some impact of substance of alcohol entering into your system. So you could just check if you consume some kind of medications frequently, or if you consume some kind of food, outside foods frequently. I request you to just check it so that you can avoid it. And also, Mubarak Ali, you can share with us if you're able to relate to what I said, because I could not see any specific diseases in your system. I could just see that you're thin and you're fit with as it is. I mean, the current lifestyle that you're having. Oh, okay. You are saying that you don't consume any medicines also, but the same have been received in a medical report as well. There is so yeah. So here's the thing. Even when I scanned, I saw the same thing. I saw that there are traces of alcohol, and you just need to spend a few minutes every day. Focus on detoxing. I suggest that you watch Swamiji's satsangs on detoxing. There are a lot of detox methodologies that Swamiji has given. You will find a lot of satsangs here in our KAILASA's SPH Nithyananda YouTube channel, the current channel that you're watching. So you can just go and search on detox methods that whatever Swamiji is revealed, and just do that. I did not see any health issues at all. I only see that certain lifestyle practices that you're living is only adding to the negative part of, like, making you unhealthy. But I don't see any issues as such currently. So that's what I wanted to tell you. And please build the right habits, and most importantly, focus on building the right understanding about yourself, about life, and about reality. Just do that. You will see the way you relate with yourself, the way you relate um, with life will change. And this current traces of alcohol is something that you really need to attend to. That's what I saw. And please make sure that your all the eating habits or lifestyle habits that you're living, please revisit them, because this is something that I could clearly see. And please focus on detoxification. You will have complete health and complete healing, spiritually and physically, mentally, in every level. And also, I want to share with Tyler. We had another user called Tyler who had requested for a scan. I'm not very sure if you're here. I just wanted to let you know the only thing. Okay, Mubarak Ali, you're asking what to eat to avoid alcohol traces. See, Aya, if you could please go to the YouTube channel, there are a lot of detox methodologies that Swamiji has given. So I suggest you apply that. So you do things like, having neem juice and um, things like having haritaki powder. All of this will help you a lot in healing. Just do that. That is enough. Shivam Gupta, that's a very beautiful question. You're asking what type of sadhana we should do to achieve God. Swamiji has given a lot of techniques. Just watch satsangs and videos in this channel. You will immensely benefit from them. That much I can bet you. You will really experience God because Swamiji, like Swamiji tells, he's here to prove that we are God. You can experience that you are God. So yeah, then go ahead and watch the videos here and enjoy it. And I'm sure you have an amazing experience. Yes. So Tyler and Ru, thank you so much for acknowledging that you're here. I'll share with you what I saw. You're building a lifestyle that is establishing a lot of depressing thought currents in you. The first thing you will see in your body is the dark circles. Your eyes will feel extremely tired, and you're having experience of dry eyes, and you will feel extremely tired. Actually, if you see in the morning, you till few hours after you wake up, you'll feel so much of heaviness in your eye region. You'll just feel like there are two stones that literally will be difficult for you to. You'll not be able to feel fresh as soon as you get up. I mean, when I say as soon as I get up, I mean like for a few hours you'll just be in that same mode, in that sleepy mode. And also another thing that I saw is that you are experiencing constipation, which means that the digestive system is not clear and clean. Your gut is not healthy. You really need to focus on giving your gut the right probiotics. So that just that one change will bring a completely healthy lifestyle in you. And if you get your blood test, the doctors will tell you that you have the hemoglobin count very less. You are having iron content in your body very less. The count has dropped drastically. This will actually reflect as you having extreme tiredness. And I also saw that your exposure to the screen duration is long, because of which the impact it has on your system, which means every day before you fall asleep, you spend time in front of your device. And that has an impact in the morning when you wake up. So this is the main thing I saw. And I saw that most of the lifestyle habits that you're having is not life positive, it's life negative. It will be depressing for you. So just bring healthy changes, and also please extend the time of yoga. You have to spend some time on doing yoga. Increase it to 2 hours, 3 hours, 3 times a day, or something like that. Just spend that in 1 week. You will see a healthy transformation starting to happen in your system. So this is what I saw.
That's nice. And Valerie, you said your daughter said thank you and she wants to hug you. Wow. If she can actually come, I'm also so happy that she's also listening at such a young age, and make her start watching the satsangs. Whenever she wants, let make her just sit, start watching the satsangs, get her enrolled in the e-gurukul. You can actually come and attend our Paramashivoham program. Literally, you will see your life and your daughter's life starting to get transformed. And okay, it's so nice to see all of you. How many of you want to experience like this? See, we do not know you. You do not know us, meaning we don't know where you are. We don't know. I have not seen you or scanned you before. And this is the first time, and reading live comments in front of all of you. We are just, whoever is commenting, we are just scanning each of you. This is a power. This is not, I'm not doing some magic tricks over here. It is like a power which Swamiji has initiated us into, and it's not that we alone can manifest, which each one of you can manifest. Imagine and see, it's not just the power to scan, you will also have the power to heal. Like right now, we can actually even heal you through the third eye. And you can, and Swamiji has been initiating millions of people. He has established this as a science. This is just one of the 463 different powers of Paramashiva, which each one of us have. And all of you can get this. If you want to manifest like this, and if you want to have this power, take a moment, go ahead and sign up now. The link is on your screen. Go ahead, go to paramashivoham.org and sign up. Anyone that wants to experience this, anyone that wants to have this, if you want to experience healing, you want to learn these detox techniques, you want to experience these powers manifesting through you, it is really possible for you. We are not doing this manifestation to show that we can do, but to show that you can also do it. Just a few years ago, I was also like one of you, because I also didn't have any of these. It was Swamiji who initiated each one of us and gave us this possibility that yes, you can also manifest these powers. So please take a moment now. How many of you want this? Just put a yes in the chat. Say if you want to experience this, just take a moment, just put a yes in the chat, because I want to know how many of you really want this. How many of you really want experiences? Some of you are asking for healing. Shadrach, Pierre, sorry, we really ran out of time. Definitely, we can give you healing. Please attend the program, because in the during the program, when we can have you on the two-way video conferencing, and more than that, you will have Swamiji's own healing for you. Swamiji will give individual darshan. Swamiji will give you healing. Swamiji will, like, literally, you will have a time where you can directly ask questions to Swamiji. So this is the best program that you can attend. Take a moment now and sign up. Then our team will reach out to you, help you with the further steps. We are also having a program, a preparatory program for this. We have various levels that you can attend. Our team will reach out to you and help you. Okay, thank you all so much. It was really wonderful. Really love to see all of your participation every day, same time at 9:30 p.m. New York time. That's when the program is. Please come and let's meet. We can meet you tomorrow also. Please come and make sure you're tuned in at the same time. And now it's time. We are going to be entering into the satsang. We are going to now be listening from Swamiji the revelation on the superconscious mutation, the blueprint of superconscious mutation.
Paramashiva's message directly from KAILASA. Listen. The existence of the superconsciousness consciously, powerfully reflecting into your conscious existence, and your conscious existence recognizing your possibilities and powers of your superconscious existence is superconscious mutation. I wanted to make it very clear. This word mutants is misunderstood all over the world, especially the Hollywood movies and TV serials. The way they project the idea mutants, that is not the way Hinduism reveals about the conscious mutation. Please understand. The Hollywood movies and TV serials, what they talk about mutants is people with extra power, but not enlightenment or the intelligence, compassion to handle the power. compassion to handle the responsibility. It is more like a unconscious mutants from the lower worlds. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Patala. The lower worlds. That concept only is presented in Hollywood movies and TV series like a Heroes, the New Heroes TV series. All these presents almost kind of a frightening depiction about the mutants. Completely forget about that. Understand what Hindu Shastras, Hindu scriptures, Vedas and Agamas, Puranas talk about superconscious mutation. From the vertical time zone, the higher conscious beings, people who achieved superconsciousness, those beings, their superconsciousness, when that reflects in your individual conscious existence, you start manifesting great enlightenment, intelligence, compassion, highest order of human values and divine qualities. With those jnana, buddhi, higher values, you start manifesting powers, extraordinary shaktis. Please understand, in India, even 200 years before, this was a lifestyle. Every village will have few Shatavadanis. Shatavadani means a person who can perform 100 acts at a time. Please understand. Great Vedic scholars in Hindu tradition developed these powers, possibilities through the superconscious mutation. Through this superconscious mutation, they could perform 100 acts at a time, because all their non-mechanical parts of the brain was awakened through this superconscious mutation process. I want all of you to know, elaborately, our Hindu scriptures, history, books have documented. Puranas are not mythology or myth, it's a history. They have documented these superconscious mutants, people who had the superconscious mutation experience. The Panchapandavas' birth itself is a superconscious mutation. Kundi received the power to make the superconscious beings give their DNA and give birth to kids through their DNA. She brought Surya's DNA with the blessing of Surya. That superconscious mutant is Karna. till the end. His great value, the greatest value of Surya is just giving, giving, giving. Giving radiance is his very nature. Anything Karna had, he just gave, gave, gave. The quality of giving, radiating, could never be removed from Karna because he is from the DNA of Surya, the greatest giver, Bhaskara, radiating. He gave his very life. He is the extraordinary giver. Then Kundi brought the DNA of Yamadharma Raja, Yama, who is the Lord of natural law, Dharma, and gave birth to a child in the same signs of superconscious mutation till the end. Dharma. Yudhishthira never violates Dharma. The way he upheld Dharma is unimaginable. It's because superconscious mutation. Then comes Bhima. It's a superconscious being, Vayu. His DNA was brought, and Vayu's very DNA, superconscious mutation has been done, and Bhima was born. The power Bhima radiated, the power of Vayu Bhagavan, the power Bhima radiated is unimaginable. Arjuna is a superconscious mutant of Indra. Then Nahula and Sahadeva, they are the superconscious mutants of Ashwini Kumaras. These great beings are all superconscious mutants. Understand, our Idihasas, Puranas elaborately document these superconscious mutation and the signs of superconscious mutation. There's an elaborate description of the 7 enlightenment cities, Kashi, Kanchi, Madhura, all these 7, Mayapuri, all these 7 enlightenment cities each having the population of 10,000 Sahasravadanis, 1 lakh Shadavadanis. Sahasravadani means who can perform 1,000 action at a time. Sadavadani means who can perform 100 action at a time. Please understand, what I am talking is not story. Even as recently as now, there are documentation in Mohal's court where they start awarding Shadavadanis. They start giving awards to Shadavadanis. There are documentation. In front of the court, people performed this 100 acts at a time. Forget all of that. Even now, In Andhra, the Telugu Brahmins community, they are keeping this tradition of Avadanis alive. The living stream is not dead. It is there still. It's there. Shodasavadanis, Ashtavadanis, still the tradition is there. In Andhra, the Telugu Brahmins tradition, and even the Telugu Brahmins who came and settled in the banks of Kaveri in Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. All the three, Godavari, Karnataka, Kaveri in Karnataka, Kaveri in the Tamil Nadu. In all three places, the Telugu Brahmins who came and settled are still keeping this Avadani traditions alive. Actually, there's an elaborate description how these rivers were energized with the superconscious energy for these Avadani traditions to be kept alive. The Ganga was used for Sahasravatanis, people who can perform 1,000 acts. They settled in Kashmir and Kashi. Then the next level, people who can perform little less than 1,000, but around 900. They settled in Yamuna. And you need to know, after the Ganga and Yamuna, people who can perform above 500, but less than 900. That group settled near Godavari. That is why when we describe the rivers and worship, Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati. Saraswati does not come third. Godavari comes third. Then comes Saraswati. Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri. It was different settlement of different Avadanis. There's an elaborate description of how these Avadanis are trained and how this science was kept alive. Avadani's training is one of the aspect of superconscious mutation. More than Avadanis, another important aspect of superconscious mutation is ability to use the astras. Ability to use the different organs, senses. Listen. Ability to use different organs and senses. That superconscious mutation is Avadanis. You will have an extraordinary capacity to smell, think, write poetry, recollect the numbers, names uttered, means the Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, Manas, Chitta, Buddhi, memory, everything will be fully active, alive, intensely, simultaneously, spontaneously, synergetically. That is what is the definition of being an Avadani. All your Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas. Jnanendriya means the organs in your system which receives information and processes. Karmendriya means organs in your system which performs actions. Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas and the internal organs who are responsible for Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas to be fully active active and alive. Sorry for using too many Sanskrit terms. I'll try to translate every Sanskrit term I'm using and give English meaning. The knowledge receptors and action performers, these two organs, for example, tongue, when it tastes, it is called jnanendriya. When it speaks, it is called karmendriya. Same tongue, when it performs the action of receiving the taste and processing that information, it's called jnanendriya. The same tongue, when it performs the action of talking, it's called karmendriya. Like that, the jnanendriyas and karmendriyas and the internal organs which are responsible for these jnanendriyas and karmendriyas to be active. For example, liver. Only if your liver is absolutely detoxed and fully active, you will have a deep ability to coordinate all the actions. Please understand, coordination of all the actions needs not just the support of the brain, it needs the support of your liver. Because your liver is responsible for all your internal organs functioning smoothly. So, the Avadani has to keep his whole body detoxed. If you are an Avadani, you will automatically keep your body detoxed. Only if you are detoxed, you will be able to be an Avadani. Keeping all your karmendriyas, jnanendriyas and internal organs active, alive, simultaneously, spontaneously, synergetically, in a synced way, is called Avadana. I myself have seen an Avadani who can smell, listen to the music, taste some of the food items, and hear the numbers, flower names, various other names being uttered, and see the scenes in front of him, which is constantly changed, various paintings, mix all this and sing poetry without missing the order. He can see everything, listen everything, and during this whole process, somebody will be touching his back with peacock feather at various points. He will narrate this whole thing in a poetic way without missing the order. This multiple performance Avadanis is one aspect of superconscious mutation. Then the next, using Shastras. That is what now I am making Suvignana master. See, in Shankara's history, if you see Adi Shankara's history, two of his disciples never studied anything. Totakacharya, Bhatmapada. They just served him. just by superconscious mutation, he made both of them Shastravadanis. Shastravadanis, like Sahasra Avadanis on Shastra. Sahasra Avadanis means they can perform 1,000 actions at a time. Shastra centered. He made both of them Sarvanyas. What Mandana Mishra did through the self effort, his whole life, Adi Shankara gave it through superconscious mutation to Todaka and Bhatmabadacharyas, just like that. Sarvanyatva can be transmitted through the initiation. And Sahasravadana of Shastras can be transmitted just like that. Adi Shankara has demonstrated it. Then Sahasravadanis of Shastras. How do you think Drona could transmit this whole science to all the students in short period? Especially the capacities of Arjuna, Bhima. If you see all their capacities, unimaginable capacities cannot come by training. It is only the science of superconscious mutation. Just within 7 years, Karna receives everything including Brahmastram from Parasurama. How? It's impossible by training, but only through the superconscious mutation. Understand, superconscious mutation is a science. There are 25 branches of Sahasravatana, performing 1,000 actions at a time centered on organs. This tradition is kept alive in the Telugu Brahmins community who settled in the banks of Godavari and Kaveri. Understand what I am saying? Even now, there is a living stream, at least few people. We have Shodasavadanis, means who can perform 16 actions at a time. I want to tell you, put this on record, how the invaders of India destroyed this Avadani tradition. They understood these Avadanis are the powerful people keeping this Hindu tradition alive. So these invaders started rewarding the Avadanis. Everyone thought, why will award and reward Avadanis? Hindus. Because all these Hindu Avadanis have started coming out openly, publicly to receive the award and reward. They collected everyone and finished them off once for all. That is the way the living stream of the Avadanis were destroyed by the invaders. Understand? But one good news I have for you, all of you, is fortunately, This Avadani, the superconscious mutation, is done in the DNA level. If the Telugu Brahmin DNA is available, Telugu Brahmin kids are available, that is enough. I can reinitiate them, revive the whole Avadani tradition, which is what I am doing through our gurukul. This is the good news we have. The Gotra of Avadanis, the Telugu Brahmins who carry this Avadani's DNA. If the child is initiated into power manifestation, immediately he reclaims, his DNA is awakened, and the whole Avadana powers starts manifesting. The superconscious mutation starts happening. Shrikant Iyer is sending a message. His family also, there are Avadanis. Shrikant Iyer, you are a Tamil Brahmin. That is not called Avadanis. That is a different science. It is yogic powers. Please understand. The Telugu Brahmins kept the Avadana tradition alive. Tamil Brahmins kept the Mantra Shastra alive. The Avadanis which you are talking, Shrikant Iyer, your family, you are actually Tamil Brahmin, means the Tanjavur Brahmins, Tambra's family. Hope I am right. And people who carry that Iyer title, that DNA, your Avadanatva is manifested through Mantra Shastra. Fundamentally, the Tamil Brahmins Avadana tradition, that superconscious mutation is Shastra centered. The Telugu Brahmins Avadana tradition is organ centered. Karmendriya, Jnanendriya centered power is the Telugu Brahmins Avadana tradition. The Tamil Brahmins, see, I don't want to create any conflict or community fight here. I am just putting all these things in record. Whatever I saw in the Akashic records and Shastras and the traditions and books, I am putting it on record. The Tamil Brahmins have the Sahasravatana capacity, Shastra centered. Once the Tamil Brahmin boy or a girl goes through a superconscious mutation, he can perform Avadana on any Shastras. On any Shastra. The Shastra centric Avadana performance, Sahasravadana performance, science was kept alive, focused by Tamil Brahmins. Please understand, it's not that Tamil Brahmins never studied the Avadana tradition of Telugu Brahmins, but each of them took up one branch and kept it alive. And Shastra centered Avadana tradition, Shastra means weapon, Shastra, Astra centered Avadana tradition was kept alive by Parasurama's Gotra in UP. The whole UP area, the modern day Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, in that area, the Parasurama's Gotra is still alive. They have that Sahasravadana tradition centered on Shastras and Astras. Still, I have seen one Brahmin sadhu who can pick up a grass and chant a mantra and throw that grass, it will catch fire by itself and go and fall some 20-30 kilometers away and blast. I have seen a sadhu who can perform this avadana. Please understand, the organ-centric superconscious mutation Avadani tradition was kept alive in Telugu Brahmin stream. Shastra-centric, mantra-centric, Sahasravadana tradition was kept alive by Tamil Brahmins, and Astra-Shastra, weapon-centric Avadana was kept alive by the Parshurama's Gotra in UP and Uttarakhand, the modern day Uttar Pradesh and UP, the UP, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. And Ramesh Ramani is sending a message that they are Telugu Brahmins, and one of his great grandmother has written the Ramayana on wall. Oh God. Actually, these are living, what to say, that living documentations. And I am getting so many messages. And Nithya Ramani is saying that Isha and Keshav are of Telugu Brahmins. Can they be initiated, Swamiji? Please understand, for the superconscious mutation, they have to be in a gurukul. And Nithya Ramani, if you want 2 kids for the family, keep Isha and Keshav. Now plan to give birth to more kids. And you are young, you are not old. You are young, you can. Give birth at least 2 to 3 kids more. Send them to Gurukul because it needs a full attention for their DNA to fully manifest. Mainly the ecosystem where they continue every day, they have to manifest powers. Their food. You need to understand, Nithya Ramani, because you asked, I am telling you, the lifestyle and the kind of words people utter around, all that plays a major role when a child flowers into Avadani. The fear and greed, everything should be centered on power manifestation, not on money manifestation. See, it is not that our Gurukul kids don't have fear or don't have greed, but it is all centered on power manifestation. They get greedy to manifest more powers. They get fear if they don't manifest powers. But it is not centered on money. Oh, will I get a job? Will I get this certificate? Will I get that? So understand, the whole life has to be focused on power manifestation and becoming Avadanis. The real reason why I am so focused on Gurukul is my work is not just writing some 1,000 books, giving 1,000 satsangs. My work is super conscious mutation. Making thousands and thousands of Avadanis, power manifestors, demonstrably. Please understand one more thing. I want to put this whole thing on record. Good news is this whole science is recorded inside the DNA. So as long as the last Brahmin is alive, this science cannot be destroyed, cannot be eliminated. That's the good news. The great news is Paramashiva has empowered me. He has given me the power to revive, awaken, and do the superconscious mutation and revive that power of Sahasravadani. So Nithyaramani, first thing, you are young, you are not old. Both of you are young. You can plan for at least 2 or 3 more kids and send them to Gurukul after the age of 7. This will be equivalent to giving $1 billion to Hindu society. Understand? When you give one child to Gurukul and when he starts manifesting powers, a tradition is revived. Not just one person. A tradition is revived. I always tell people, when one Hindu woman is taken away, it is not that we lose one woman, a whole lineage is lost. Same way, if the one child, Brahmin child, or one Brahmin girl starts manifesting this Avadana powers, it is not that one girl or one boy is manifesting. The whole Gotra, the whole order, the tradition, the heritage, that whole lineage is revived. The kids who are staying in their home with parents, I can initiate them, give them few powers. But becoming like a Sahasravatani, you need the ecosystem where the kids manifest these powers intensely. I wanted to tell all of you who put the message now, Ramesh Ramani, Nithya Ramani, Shrikant Iyer, all of you, take this very seriously. One child from the Brahmin tradition, Brahmin DNA, please understand, I am not a casteist person. All of you should know, I myself is not a Brahmin DNA. I am from Adishaiva community. So you should know that I am not a casteist person and I talk so much about social justice and I work for the social justice. Here I am talking about the biology of the superconscious mutation. I am not talking about the social community structure. I am talking about the biology of the superconscious mutation. So understand, if one Brahmin child becomes part of the Gurukul and he starts manifesting powers and Sarvanyatva and he starts manifesting this Avadanitva, not just the one child, the whole lineage is revived. Hindus need to realize, last 300 years, heavy persecution, huge effort was put to destroy this Avadani science. The superconscious mutation science, because this is the core of Hinduism. Core of Hinduism is not just in Shastras, not just in temples. All that is great. Keeping it alive. All that is container. Content is the superconscious mutation process. Understand, I am not disrespecting Shastras or the temples. No way. But all I am telling you is Shastras and temples are all containers. See, when invaders invaded India, they burnt libraries. Whole thing. Some of our libraries was burning for 2 years. Around 20 million books, manuscripts have been burnt. But the whole thing was rewritten within next 10 years by just 10 Brahmins sitting in a remote forest, because in their DNA the whole thing is programmed and in their memory the whole thing is there. They just sit and go on writing. Patanjali himself says, I took my 1,000-headed Patanjali Adisesha farm and wrote this whole Mahabhashya. It means he became the Sahasravatani, the 1,000 independent, intelligent brain tracts. He activated it, and all the whole 1,000 track revealed all the 1,000 branches of the knowledge. Patanjali is the Tamil Brahmin who is a Sahasravatani, mantra, Shastra-centric Sahasravatani. Is the Tanjore Brahmin. Shastra-centric Sahasravatani. He reveals the whole Mahabhashya. So if you just have one Patanjali, even if 1,000 libraries are burnt, no problem. They will repeat it and rewrite it, pen the whole thing down in next 10 years. That is the way, even though millions of temples are destroyed and the libraries got burned, we immediately came back. We immediately revived the whole thing in next generation, within next generation. Now is the time to revive not just the Avadani science of organ-centric, mantra-centric, Shastra and Shastra-centric, all the 25 branches of Avadani tradition. Sahasravatana in all 25 branches, the mantra, power manifestation. Power manifestation, Shakti Avishkarana is one of the signs, branches. We can create kids who can perform 1,000 power manifestation at a time. Sahasravatana at a time. I can talk about all these things. With Paramashiva's grace, I have a right to talk about all these things because I already demonstrated many things which I am talking. Understand? The organ-centric Sahasravatana. That is what is this remote vision, ability to read blindfolded, and Shastra-centric Sahasravatana. That is what is that any book, without opening the eyes, the kids can just tell what is there in which page. Already Nithyananda demonstrated this power multiple times. Sarvanyatva. Not just Nithyananda. Many kids along with Nithyananda demonstrated this power multiple times. And Astra-centric. Astra-Shastra-centric. Sahasravatana. This comes under this materialization. Many other power. Many other power manifestations come under this Astra and Shastra centric Sahasravatanas. You can receive anything you want and send anything you want. Many of these powers, these Avadana traditions, these sciences I have demonstrated. Now, through a large scale gurukul, I'll be taking this whole science to the whole world. See, the good news I have for all of you is, with the grace of Paramashiva, we demonstrated it is possible. We already revived the foolproof. The methodology is success, end to end, the quality control passed. That is done. Now we will have to make it available to the whole world by making large numbers, like 10,000 balasans, 10,000 female sannyasinis, 10,000 rudraganyas, manifesting these different Avadana traditions. That is what we have to do, and that is what I am doing. That is what I am focused, and I know what all the dangers and attacks possible, what all the persecution, dangers and attacks possible. I am first doing all the protection needed to protect once I start doing this work. So understand, with the grace of Paramashiva, we will do it, and he is doing it. He is really doing it. He is doing great work in large scale. Great work in large scale. I am just creating the infrastructure needed to host these thousands of kids, thousands of gurukul balasans, thousands of sannyasis, rudraganyas, apat sannyasis, who will work on the superconscious mutation, start manifesting these powers. I'm just working. So understand, by the time I evolve these infrastructures, all of you who put the message, Srikant, Nithyaramani, Ramesh Ramani, all of you, you guys plan for getting more and more Brahmin kids. Your very DNA which you want to revive. Start working. If you feel, oh, it is little late for me, Swamiji, especially Ramesh Ramani may say, I think Swamiji, it is little late for me. But no problem. You have daughters, you have sons and daughters. You tell your daughters to give birth. Let the next generation. See, if possible, you give birth. If not, your sons and your daughters. Ask them. If you want to 2 child for your family, have 2 for you, and give few more kids birth to at least 2-3 more, and let that child go and be part of the gurukul and revive the Sanatana Hindu Dharma. I tell you, sending a child to the gurukul will be equivalent to donating $1 billion to Hindu society. Because even if you give $1 billion, what will I do? I have to find a living DNA, kids, who will go through the superconscious mutation process and manifest this to the world. I can do all the Sahasravatana, but one person doing, maybe it will bring glory to me, But I am interested in bringing the glory to the whole Hindu tradition, not just me. I am interested in reviving this whole tradition where 10,000 kids perform the superconscious mutation process of Sahasravatana. I want all the Brahmins to know, especially if you are from a family where alcohol and non-veg is not a lifestyle, where still you keep the Brahminical traditions alive, you are carrying something extraordinary in your DNA which can revive Hinduism. So I request the Brahmins, especially still who are living the Brahminical lifestyle of no non-veg, no alcohol, that lifestyle. You all need to know you are carrying something extraordinary in your DNA, and your kids not only can be the greatest gift for reviving Hinduism, they can be greatest gift for the whole humanity. Sonali Gupta is asking, what was the Kashmir Avadani tradition? Kashmir Avadani tradition was power manifestation science. On power manifestation, Shakti Avishkarana. If you see the whole Kashmiri Shaivite tradition, it was all about the power manifestation, Shakti Avishkarana. They were able to perform, manifest 1,000 powers at a time. Sahasravatana on Shakti Avishkarana tradition. See, a university, Hindu university, this is the way it existed. Fortunately, I could get the blueprint of at least 12 universities that existed. Tarukavanam. Tarukavanam is one of the greatest Hindu university where the rewriting of all the Puranas happened. The Tarukavana rishis. And then the Kadambavanam. Kadambavanam is around the Madurai. There was a university. Madurai was called Kadambavanam, and around the Madurai, one university. And Vedaranyam. Vedaranyam, forest of Vedas in Tamil Nadu. Vedaranyam. And Kanchi. Like that, different universities, blueprints I got. Fortunately, Paramashiva gave access to me. In that, I saw all these universities had 25 branches of Sahasravatanis. People who can perform 1,000 actions spontaneously, simultaneously, synergetically. Because of the superconscious mutation, either centered on organs, or centered on Shastras, scriptures, or centered on Shakti Avishkarana, power manifestation, or centered on Astra Shastra Vidyas. Like these 25 branches, the metallurgy and arts, the whole Vishwakarma Sampradaya. Understand, we had Vishwakarmas who can perform 1,000 acts at a time on the science of sacred arts. Vishwakarmas are called Vishwakarma Brahmins. You should know that. They are Brahmin DNA. That was one of the branch in the 25 branches of the university. With Paramashiva's grace, we will revive all the 25 branches. Sahasravadanis in each branch at least few thousand kids so that it is kept alive forever in the future. I have already demonstrated the grace of Paramashiva, the science Paramashiva gave to me is working. I have already demonstrated. Now I just needed to scale it up. And I also realized what all the external attacks and internal attacks possible. When I scale it up, based on that, I am creating an infrastructure where once we start doing it, we will not need to waste our time in defending ourselves from the external attacks and internal attacks. We have a complete foolproof system where there is no attacks. We are absolutely safe. With the grace of Paramashiva, he has already given us that kind of a legal political structure. Now we are just making infrastructure. And this is what is the real revival of enlightened civilization. Conscious civilization. And I know now what I said, what I focused, and what I delivered is too much even to grasp. These Avadani traditions which I described, 4 different Avadani tradition. Organ centered, mantra centered, Shastra Astra centered, sacred arts centered. Just understanding this 4 itself, you need to watch this satsang at least for 10 days. And you should first of all understand Avadani. You should see few Avadanis. Only then you will understand what is this Avadani tradition. Only if you see my Gurukul Balasans manifesting some 10-12 powers, you will understand this power manifestation is possible. Till then you can never understand. You may think, no, it is not possible. It is all just humbug. You can go on. But only if you see, check for yourself, foolproof, you will understand, wow, it is all true. Same way, only if you see few Avadanis, you will understand. The Avadani tradition is possible. Is possible. And understand all these various Avadani traditions. Totally 25 different Avadani traditions existed in Hinduism, documented as the documents I could see. Whatever documents I could see, I saw these 25 traditions. So, I am going to revive this 25, and Paramashiva has blessed me with the knowledge, ability, energy, Kundalini Shakti to perform the superconscious mutation for all these 25 traditions. In these 25 traditions, each one represents one face of Paramashiva. One face of Paramashiva represents one Avadani tradition. Avadani is a person who can perform multiple acts simultaneously, spontaneously, synergetically. Because of the superconscious mutation happened in him. It can be in the field of organs. It can be in the field of Shastra scriptures. It can be in the field of power manifestation, Shakti Avishkarana. It can be in the field of Stapatya Veda, sacred arts. Stapatya Veda. It can be in the field of food and medicine, Ayurveda, Ayush Veda. Food and medicine both are considered as the same branch in Hindu tradition. Food and medicine was not separate. It was one and the same in Hindu tradition. And all these 25 branches, with the grace of Paramashiva, we will be reviving through the superconscious mutation process. Paramashiva himself is here to do this work, to do this job. All the major Hindu universities we had, Naimisharanya, Tarukavana, Katambavana, Vedaranya, all these were the great universities which had all these 25 traditions, 25 Sarvanya Pitas. Understand? Temples, monasteries, gurukuls, libraries, all of them are containers. Content is this superconscious mutation process. Especially if you are from a Brahmin community who's still living the Brahminical traditional lifestyle of no non-veg and no alcohol. Actually, if you don't do Gayatri, if you don't do Sandhya Vandanam, if you don't do Agnihotra Mandala also is okay. I'm not saying don't do. Even if you have not performed all of that is also okay, because that can be just revived. But the non-veg and alcohol and drugs directly affects the very DNA structure. The capacity of the DNA is lost if you allow non-veg and alcohol and drugs. If you have kept non-veg, alcohol, drugs away and lived the Brahminical lifestyle, if you just keep these three away, that Brahminical lifestyle will be more than enough. You are still carrying a powerful DNA which can be a great blessing not only for Hindus, for the whole world. Because if you give one child, for example, Paramesha, Sri Advait and Mahadvait gave Paramesha and Tattva to Gurukul. Especially Paramesha, the way he started manifesting powers when he was a kid. It is not that now he is only one sannyasi or one kid, one balasant manifesting powers. He is going to revive, inspire a lineage. I am giving an example. If he becomes a Pitadipati, once fully able to perform Sahasravatana, 1,000 actions, he can easily perform 50 at least right now. 50 power manifestation he can perform right now, simultaneously, spontaneously, synergetically. I just need to support him with the ecosystem, and it will be just hardly 2-3 years work for him to become 1,000 Sahasravatani in power manifestation, in Shakti Avishkarana. Because he's a Tamil Brahmin, the Tanjavur Brahmin DNA, he will be naturally centered on mantra, the Shastra, scripture centric Sahasravatani, that he will naturally manifest with the power manifestation. Because power manifestation directly I am giving. So you will be able to do both, like a power manifestation Sahasravatana and mantra, Shastra manifestation Sahasravatana. Both you will be able to easily perform. So when he does that, if he becomes a Pitadipati, a sannyasi, he will be inspiring millions of the next generation to become sannyasis and take the science forward. If he decides to become grihastha, when he grows up and if he decides he wants to get married, at least his whole family and the lineage, that Karuvali Parambarai, will start carrying the same awakened superconscious mutation DNA. Anyway, he will be blessing for the world. If he takes up grihastha, he will be making few kids manifesting. If he becomes sannyasi, he will be making few thousand kids manifesting this Sahasravatana. That's all. Understand? What I am talking is a clear Paramashiva's blueprint. He will do it. He is doing it. He is doing it. I tell you, the real work is all about superconscious mutation. Actually, when Paramesha had a fracture in the hand, it is because of my fear for Madhvait and Rishiyadvait, I sent him to hospital. If there was no interference of Madhvait and Rishiyadvait, I would not have sent him to hospital. Because I know how to heal it simply, just by the superconscious mutation. But Madhvait is terrorized. What can I do? I have to be legally right as per the Indian law. So I said, all right, take him to hospital and do what need to be done. I only consciously supported him. If I did not have Mahadvait, Rishiyadvait's interference, all it would have taken for me is 10 minutes to remove the pain, next 10 minutes to make the bone set. And after half an hour, I'll tell them, hey, now take the X-ray and show that it's all clear. The X-ray will prove he's all right, it's all clear. That's it. No question of any other things needed. Because this Avadana tradition, when the superconscious mutation starts happening inside a child, he gets the power to manifest the body as he wants. Paramesha did not have pain when he had a fracture, is connection with me. But he has to be sent to hospital for medical attention is because of Mahadvait and Rishi Advait's fears. Middle class Hindus, what to do? For last 5-6 generations, even they do not know that this kind of avadana is possible, and even they have not seen their parents or great-grandparents manifesting these powers. At least 3-4 generations it is gone. So they are all jittery, shaky middle-class Hindus. Always they want to have a plan B, that fallback. And it is not their mistake. That is the way now, because for so many generations you did not see all this is possible. Forget about Mahadvait, Rishi Advait, Paramesha getting medically treated. When I had the fracture, not only I did not have pain, but finally no hospital was ready to do the surgery without anesthesia. I am telling, hey, I am an adult. I will write and give you that I don't want anesthesia. You perform the surgery directly. Actually, I did not even want to go to the allopathy hospital. I want to go to the Puttur. In Tamil Nadu, there is a place called, sorry, not Tamil Nadu, Andhra. There is a place called Puttur, Nagari Puttur, where the Sahasravadanis of medical field, in that one branch is still alive. Any kind of fracture, they will cure it without any surgery in 10 days. From all over the world, people come there. I want to go there actually. But these guys were constantly, these doctors, no, we cannot discharge you from the hospital and it has to be done within next few hours. All these big mess, and I thought, oh God, even I have to be legally obedient. Obey legally. Even I cannot go through the surgery without anesthesia. That was. But what to do? When you are in a country, you have to go through their legal system. Actually, the moment I had the fracture, I told my disciples, hey, drive to Nagariputtur directly. Don't go to Bangalore. But somehow these fellows said, no, Swamiji, let's first take the X-ray and know where the fracture is exactly and take it to the Nagariputtur so that they will repair it. We will go to hospital only for diagnosis, but treatment we will go to Nagariputtur. But once you enter the hospital, they say, no, we can't discharge you. You are a VIP and the hospital will get the bad name if we send you out. Then I said, all right, perform at least surgery without anesthesia. But the law is law. They said, no, it's a law of the land. They have to first of all report to police and they have to report to government because a VIP having a hand fracture and they are answerable to any of the repercussions or outcomes. Anyhow, but I tell you, only when I demonstrate the powers of the superconscious mutation, world will realize the greatest gift Hindus are having, which need to be shared with the whole world. This will be the greatest gift Hindus will be giving to the whole world. I'll continue with my initiations into superconscious mutation in the further sessions. Today I wanted to reveal the blueprint, Paramashiva's blueprint. In the further satsangs, I'll give detailed initiations. So, with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Paramadvaitam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Maha Kailasa of Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.